This hydroxychloroquine is really it's all the rage right now, because Donald Trump is still pushing this stuff, and we know like the VA stopped doing it. I mean, there may be some instances where it's effective. It's certainly hurting lupus patients because they're having to ration it now, is my understanding. But here is Donald Trump explaining how he started taking hydroxychloroquine and why he's taking it.
Oh, I think for whatever it's worth, I take it. I would have told you that 3-4 days ago, but we never had a chance because you never asked me the question.
Did the White House doctor recommend that you take that? Is that why you're taking it?
Yeah, White House doctor. Didn't recommend. No, I asked him, what do you think? He said, well, if you'd like it. I said, yeah, I'd like it. I'd like to take it. A lot of people are taking it. A lot of frontline workers are taking hydroxychloroquine. I don't take it because, hey, people said, oh, maybe he owns the company. No, I don't know the company. You know what? I want the people of this nation to feel good. I don't want them being sick. And there's a very good chance that this has an impact, especially early on. But you look at frontline workers, you look at doctors and nurses, a lot of them are taking it as a preventative. And they're taking, totally unrelated, but they take the Z-Pak or the zithromycin for possible infection. Now, I haven't taken that other than an original dose because all you need, you don't have to take it simultaneously. But the zinc you do take. So I'm taking the two, the zinc and the hydroxy. And all I can tell you is, so far, I seem to be okay.
Can you explain, sir, though, why you started taking it? Have you been exposed?
Yeah, because no, not at all. I just said that I've had so many letters from people, like the one I told you about. I got it last week. Would you like a copy of it? I'd love to give you. If you ask Molly, she'll give you a copy of it. But this is a doctor. He doesn't want anything. I don't know him, never heard of him. But he treats people that we're talking about. And he said out of hundreds of people that he's treated, he hasn't lost one. And he just wanted me to know about it. That's all. He wasn't saying, gee, could I have dinner with you, Mr. President? I'd like to come to the White House. But I've received many such letters. I've received a lot of positive letters.
We're gonna send him one. I am the prince from Nigeria, and I just like the idea that just to get random letters from doctors, and so I figured why not try it. Yeah, I mean that's I just whatever I get. I mean, does he try everything that? Is this something that we should be writing? Like, I'm a physician. Maybe a lot of bed rest might be good for you.
That's a great idea. You're looking fat.
Here is him being asked about evidence of the drug's impact. And Trump's just like, evidence, schmevidence. I love it.
I've taken it for about a week and a half now, and I'm still here.
Can you explain, sir, though, what is the evidence that it has a preventative effect?
Here we go. You ready? Here's my evidence. I get a lot of positive calls about it. The only negative I've heard was the study where they gave it, was it the VA with, people that aren't big Trump fans gave it, and we've done the greatest job maybe of anything in the VA, because I got VA choice and VA accountability, both approved. Accountability, Tillman, is where you can fire bad people that work in the VA, that you couldn't fire them. We had thousands of people that were sadists, that were stealing, that were robbers, that were horrible people. They'd beat up our veterans. They couldn't do it in prime time, but they did it when they were sick.
1 second. Just remember,
and we got to
what he's doing is he's answering the question as to the evidence of the drug's impact. I just want, like when he started talking about the sadists that working in the VA, you want to basically just to be like, oh, wait, what was the question again? It's about the impact of taking prophylactic doses of hydroxychloroquine, just to remind everybody.
Nobody thought you could get it because of the unions and civil service. I got it passed so that now you fire bad people in the VA. We got rid of tremendously bad people that should never been there. But I also got, probably even more importantly, if you can say that, maybe not, VA choice. So if you have to wait online for a doctor, you go outside, you have a private doctor, we pay the bill. We work out deals with doctors, we have pricing. So you go out, you pay the bill. And it was a great thing that we did. So we've done a great job with the VA, but they had a report come out. And the results of the report, it was a very unscientific report, by the way. But I get a lot of tremendously positive news on the hydroxy. And I say, hey, you know the expression I've used, John? What do you have to lose? Okay, what do you have to lose? So I have been taking it for about a week and a half.
Every day?
At some point, every day. I take a pill every day. At some point, I'll stop. What I'd like to do is I'd like to have the cure and or the vaccine, and that'll happen, I think, very soon.
There you go. Well,
that study wasn't scientific, unlike me listening to stories people tell me.
Exactly.
Phone calls are extremely scientific.
Non-scientific. I go by letters from doctors. I have no idea who they are. Don't know them.
I want to see him take it on camera. That's what I want to see.
I think 100 is a scientific number. So he's had 100 cases and no problem whatsoever. Do you think there are doctors out there treating 100 cases of COVID-19? Like, unless they're in a like a private doctor? That seems like a lot to me.
Was it 100 cases or just 100 people? Like, it seemed like he. I mean, why are we?
I don't know why we're arguing over
why are we
this.
talking?
Donald Trump talking about the letter he got from a random doctor.
Where was
saying,
the doctor
take
from?
hydroxychloroquine. I mean, the thing is that, like, I could believe that he has a friend who is making a killing off this, or that his sons or him or Kushner or somebody has a huge stake in a company that's producing this. And I could also believe he's just completely back crap crazy. And this is like the functional equivalent of, like, you know, astrology, just but with medicine for him.
Well, he has to be right. Like, he said it on camera. He was embarrassed. And now he needs to double, triple, quadruple down weeks later. I mean, this is something that he has done throughout his presidency, whether or not there's some sort of financial
Do you think
reward.
it's really taking it? I mean, I read that letter up front from his doctor that purportedly was released in response to this. And the letter specifically does not say he's taking it. They just discuss the differences of, you know, the potential of whether it's helpful or not necessarily for him, but just in general.
Right.
And I can't tell if that letter is the doctor saying, like, I certainly do. I told him maybe it's okay. And if you're going to take it, don't tell me. And so I don't want to write that in the letter. I mean, it could be one of those things, like, because he doesn't want to be on the hook for telling him.
Where's he getting it from? He would have to get it from his
I
doctor,
want
right?
it. Get it for me. There you go. I think they're going to give it to him. If he insists on it, they're going to give it to him. But
Black market. He's just, the Secret Service is driving him off into, like, some alley in the middle. Where does he get it from? Someone's got to be giving it to him.
Somebody's got to be giving it to him.
He had listeners call into the show who said an official in Utah had bought a huge stockpile of it, and they were stuck with it afterwards. So I'm guessing someone he knows is like, hey, you got to start pushing this again, man. I need to move these numbers.